Jesus, dude. I'm freaking out right now. Oh, this is too cool. So I just got back from the Sturgeon Excursion 2015. I'm literally not even doing anything. I was joined by avid angler and all-right friend Matt McClure.
I thought it was a 30-inch when I set the hook on it.
And Matt Huot from Next Level Outdoors.
I mean, you want a sick video or not?
Pretty wild weekend. About 4 a.m. Friday morning, got to Rainy River, launched the boat. We were fishing by 7:30 on the water. He gets running up the river. We get about 3 miles up the river and anchor down, sitting there for a little while. And Matt Huot ties into the first fish of the day. You got him.
Oh, yeah. Here, I got him. Grab yourself some nice sturgeon.
Nothing big, but you know, just a great start.
Yeah,
so
buddy.
It's just a good sign. Fish are active, they're moving. We drove all these hours, woke up super early for what's looking to be a promising day. Maybe a few minutes later, the guide himself hooks into one. Matt McClure. Again, not another giant. We're getting a little bigger this time though. We're pulling up. It's about 41 inches. Really nice fish. Again, just another promising sign. They're starting to get bigger. They're starting to get active. Things are going to go good. Just when we thought this bite was going to get really, really hot, Mother Nature had different plans. She kicked up the wind, and we had about 20-25 mile-an-hour winds just come out of nowhere. They were coming right down the pipe of the river, going the same direction as the current, and it just made boat control almost impossible. You know, we had 2 anchors down. Just couldn't hold, and honestly, wasn't much to film for about 9 hours. A lot of blowing around, a lot of waiting around, and a lot of stupid conversation, but not a lot of fish to put on camera. So about 5:30 comes around. We decided to pick up, give it one last shot where we caught those fish this morning. So we drive, we get set up at about 6 o'clock, and as a miracle, Mother Nature let up, and the wind died down. It was almost glass calm. At some points it was, and within 10 minutes of that, we get a bite on one of the rods. Matt McClure ties down on it, hands me the rod. I went 11 hours without a freaking bite, and I am hooked into a big one. It was the craziest experience of my life. I had no idea what I was getting into. Within the first 3 minutes of me reeling him in, he was just right underneath the back of the boat. And all of a sudden I just hear this huge splash behind me. This giant dinosaur of a fish comes flying out of the water, does a huge belly flop. Half hour goes by, you know, we get him up into the boat. Team effort to get him up into the boat. Okay. And we are just going nuts. I'm freaking out. It's my first sturgeon ever. 56 inches. That feels good. That feels really good. Get him in. Oh, he's ready to go. You know how one fish can just turn your entire day around. You spend 12 hours in a boat, 2 other guys, that's the only interaction you have all day with people, and you're just sitting there thinking, what can we do better, what can we do different? Man, I wish this wind would die down. And then one fish can just turn your entire day around. We shoot our closing segment talking about how we're gonna go back to the lodge, have a beer at 12, kind of relax, kick the feet up, maybe get some sleep. We were running pretty low on sleep. And as we did that, we threw a couple lines in just in case. We said we were going to stay out, fish till dark. As soon as the camera stopped recording on the closing segment, and one rod just starts going off. Matt McClure runs up, sets the hook. We reel in the other lines, and he's telling us not to reel them in. He said it's a little too small. And then as soon as that line gets vertical underneath the boat, the rod just goes boom and completely bends over.
We just knew once we could get control of the boat, we've had a hard time anchoring. And once we got control of the boat, I mean, we've hooked up twice already.
And half hour later, Matt McClure's got a 54-inch sturgeon in the boat. Our second 50 of the night after 12 hours of getting our butts absolutely kicked. and we're taking pictures and we're laughing and taking videos, and all of a sudden Matt happens to look down at his fish and he goes, guys,
guys, this is tagged. It's got a tag on it. No way, it's got a tag on it. This is my first tag.
Want to write that down?
Yeah, that's awesome.
We caught a tagged 54-inch sturgeon right after my first sturgeon ever at 56 inches. This night is going, just did a complete 180. So we shoot another closing. Looks like we're not drinking tonight. We're staying on here. We're doing the night bite. That's our second 50 on the night. We're trying to get the hat trick tonight. We throw our lines back in the water, and again, not more than 5 minutes later, same rod goes off again. Matt Huot reels down on this thing, and again, rod doubles over.
And we are hooked up for the third time in about a half hour. We just released a 50-inch tagged fish. Got the lines back in the water. No longer than 5 minutes. We're hooked up again.
Oh, he's a nice one. Another 25-minute battle ensues. We got another 45, 46-incher in the boat.
Thanks, buddy. Let's get you back in the water here. Ready to go.
Now, I don't know if it was a coincidence, but I like to believe it was fate. All three of the giant fish we caught on Saturday night came on the king cat.
On the king cat.
On the big cat. I love it just spinning around.
Please don't drop the king cat. Now what the king cat is, it's a $35 rod and reel combination you can purchase from your local Cabela's retailer. Brought it with just as a backup. Now, this is not an intentional Cabela's plug. However, if they felt an obligation to kick me some money for mentioning their fine product, I would not stop them. And this night just kept getting better. I mean, it was everything you wanted it to be. I've never been a part of something that just happened that quickly with these giants of fish. It's just a testament to just never giving up. You can get your butts kicked all day, and within just that one moment, everything can change. We went back in. Plan was, looking at the forecast, next day it was going to be 100% chance of rain with winds 20 to 25 miles an hour. So we said, if there's going to be any chance to fish tomorrow, we got to put on the rain suits and we got to get out in the morning. So we get up here and we launch the boat, get on the spot, and caught a couple small sturgeon right away. We caught a nice little bonus walleye. But the story Saturday was, the weather came through and just kind of kicked us off the river. So we drive back Saturday night. We look at the forecast, call for snow and 30-mile-an-hour winds the next day. So we proceed to have a few adult beverages, play some cards, go to bed. Woke up Sunday morning, hit the road, and just kind of reflect on the whole experience. Just the coolest experience of my life. I'm never going to forget this weekend. And just a shout out to the guiding service of Matt McClure. And